After all of the autumn, winter and Christmas polishes that have been out recently, I was so excited to see China Glaze's new Cirque du Soleil Worlds Away collection. With bright, vibrant neons and intriguing glitters, it looks pretty awesome. I'm going to swatch and review the whole set, so are you sitting comfortably? Then I'll begin. Let's start with It's a Trapeze. The polish is milky white and full of multicoloured metallic hexagon glitters in 2 different sizes. The milky formula mattifies the glitter a little when you apply it. The formula is quite thick, mainly due to the fact that it's loaded with glitter. There is tons in the bottle, so there's no complaints there, and it's pretty easy to apply. It is almost opaque with 2 coats if you apply it carefully. Next up is Hanging in the Balance, a strong medium blue cream with a hint of neon. That was 1 coat, and now for the second. It applies beautifully and is perfectly opaque in 2 coats. It dries shiny and is an amazing blue. If you don't already have a similar blue in your collection, I would definitely recommend it. What Are You Waiting For is a dark denim blue glitter with a little green mixed in, which you can just see as the bottle moves. No complaints with the formula. It's got lots of coverage in the first coat, but it does need a second layer. I love the little hints of green, it really is very pretty. And here's how it looks with top coat to bring out the shine. Running in circles is a green shimmer, and the glitter seems smaller in this one than in the previous blue polish. It's nice and thin and goes on well, but I'm going to need 3 coats of it to hide the white of my nail. Now, I don't know about you, but I normally ignore the red and pink section of any nail polish collection. They normally bore me something stupid, but hold up. 2 of the reds and pinks from the Cirque du Soleil collection are awesome, and 1 is really nice, so let's take a look. I'll begin with the only dud. It's called Surreal Appeal and is an almost neon coral cream. To compare it with other polishes from my collection, it is almost a lighter version of High Hopes by China Glaze. At first I was excited about this shade. Have I finally found my perfect coral? No. You see that dark patchiness? It was still visible with the second coat unless I painted it perfectly, and that is one of my polishy pet hates. You should be able to get a good finish even if you're rubbish at painting your nails, and that is almost impossible with this polish. Can you see the trouble I'm having? I tried to even it out, but ended up lifting the polish off my nail instead. The colour is okay, but not very good next to my pale skin. If you have darker skin, it will look much better on you. So there you go, it's fine if you apply it perfectly, but if you mess up, you're screwed. But on a happier note, the other pinks and reds totally rock. I'm not a fan of pink nail polish, but Escaping Reality is fantastic. It's a neon pink cream, but like the others in the set, it's not too neon bright. It's watery, but it applies very well with no streaking or patchiness. It dries to a satin finish. I've put top coat on my ring finger and no top coat on my little finger so you can see the difference. Next, well, oh dear, I didn't press record when I swatched this one. It's a bright red cream with a touch of neon called Igniting Love. I don't have any reds that are this bright. It's a gorgeous, vibrant red that applies well, is opaque in 2 coats and dries with a shiny finish. I like it an awful lot. The brightness of the colour makes it so much more fashionable than just a regular red. Bend Over Backwards is the only polish I didn't like when I opened the parcel. It looks coppery, like burnt orange, which isn't my thing, but when I applied it, it ended up more like bright red. The application is lovely and the coverage is really good, and the shimmer brings so much light and energy to the polish. If I saw this in store, I would walk right past it. It just proves that sometimes you really need to see a polish on someone's nails before you can judge. Creative Fantasy is a bright, vivid neon purple that looks nothing like it does on camera. It's much more like this little square in the corner, and nowhere near as blue as it looks on film. It is way too transparent. Maybe they were trying to make it a neon purple jelly, but it's ended up being super see-through. I ended up with 3 coats and it was still patchy. I love the colour and the satin finish, but I'm not a fan of the formula. After I finished filming, I tried putting 1 coat of light purple on. This is Spontaneous by China Glaze, then 1 coat of the purple, and it looked great, so consider layering it. Death Defying is a lime green cream. The pigmentation is fantastic. It's really bright and sour looking. It covers well in 2 coats, but it might be a tiny bit streaky. So we're almost done. Get Carried Away is a translucent black-brown base with coppery red and silver hex glitters, bar glitters and fine glitter. dear Lord, this one is horrible. It is just horrid. It's way too see-through on the first and second coats, and it is awful to apply, and it looks like a mess. I thought I'd try and layer it to see if that would work. The black and grey aren't too bad, but they're not great either. The red doesn't work, the silver doesn't really work, it feels really lumpy on the nail, it was horrible to apply. I don't like this one at all. Let's move on. What about World Away? It looks great in the bottle, and of course I turned it upside down to mix it all up and make sure the glitter is all throughout the bottle, but even then I had trouble getting the glitter out. You need to start dabbing and adding bits here and there just to make it work. You could also try applying it with a makeup sponge to reduce the amount of polish you're adding to your nail but still get the same amount of glitter. I'm really disappointed with this. I love the idea of black and white, non-metallic glitter, but the white hexagons are too big. They stick out on my nails, and I would need 2 layers of top coat just to smooth them out. Now, seeing how I already have 1 layer of base coat, 2 layers of colour, 2 layers of glitter on, I don't want to add 2 layers of top coat. It's just way too much. This polish is a nice idea, but it's not executed well enough for me. So looking back over them all, this is my personal view of the collection. I love the pink, blue, the bright red, the glittery blue and the lime green. The shimmery red and green are really great too. I almost like it's a trapeze, but it's not quite as nice as I had hoped. The purple is lovely but suffers from a bad formula. I'm still going to wear them both though. World Away could have been so much better. I will be looking out for the same effect but from a different brand, I think. Which leaves me with the patchy, streaky coral and the promises so much but is as ugly as sin Get Carried Away. Statement glitters are very difficult to make. You have to not only mix together an interesting collection of glitters with matching colours and sizes, but then you have to add them to the right coloured polish and decide what consistency that polish should be. It takes a lot of skill to get it right, and I feel like China Glaze have missed the mark with these 3, and that makes me sad. But overall, I'm surprised. The colours I thought I would love haven't really interested me. The colours I wasn't bothered about have been awesome. It's a great collection that you should definitely check out, but be selective in what you choose. So, which are your favourites? And would you like me to do more swatch videos? If you would, let me know in the comments, and I will see you next time. I've got to go and take a bath in some acetone now, I think. I don't think I'm ever going to get rid of all this glitter. Bye!